Hi, my name is Dale Zaborowski, and I'm the Laboratory Safety Officer for the Biology and Physics Department here at Kennesaw State University. I want to provide you with some guidelines to help you make your laboratory experience here a safe one as well as a productive one. One of the first things I want you to do is go to the main biology website and print off a copy of our laboratory safety guidelines and put them in your book bag. I want you to read these every time you encounter them. It only takes a few minutes, and this way you're going to continue to remind yourself of the things you should be doing while you're in the laboratory. No matter what laboratory activity you'll be doing, you're going to be required to wear safety glasses. In every room we have a tub like this that has safety glasses for you to use. I recommend that you wash them before you use them in cold water, and then wash them again in cold water when you're done. That way we're not transmitting eye infections back and forth to each other. If you'd like, you can buy your own safety glasses. What you need to look for is the American National Standards Institute, ANSI Z87.1. Be found on the package or on the glasses themselves. They need to have a side splash, or they need to be of a wraparound type to give you the proper protection and be in compliance. If you wear glasses, your glasses are not good enough. They're only held to the Consumer Product Safety Standard and not to the laboratory standard. Okay, so you need to use something like OTGs. These are called over the glasses. They fit over your glasses, that way they afford you protection without having to take your glasses off. I recommend that if you wear glasses and you're going into this field, you should get yourself a pair of prescription safety glasses. That way you have the proper protection as well as being able to see properly. Food and drink are never allowed in the laboratory at any time for any reason. That includes your personal water bottle or your cup of coffee. You don't want to be going to your mouth while you're in this room. You need to wear the proper attire to participate in the laboratory. That is, no bare midriff, no bare shoulders. You should have long pants on. Okay? No sandals. Your shoes should be of the type where you have closed toe and closed heel. You're trying to create a barrier between you and what you're working with. I recommend that you wear a lab coat. That way, if you spill something on yourself, you can get out of it quickly and protect yourself. I now want to introduce you to the safety shower and the eye wash. Okay, over here on the wall is the safety shower handle. Up above me is the shower head. When you pull this lever, it's going to deliver 10 gallons of water a minute. This is for the purpose to wash something off you in case you get a serious spill. Now notice that there's no drain in the floor. Okay, so this is something that should only be used in case of that emergency. Okay. Now I want to introduce you to the eye wash. If you get something in your eye and you need to wash it out immediately, you can come over here and pull this handle. You need to put your face into that, hold your eyes open, and the recommended time is 15 minutes. Of course, if you're wearing your safety glasses, this is not an injury you have to worry about. Turn off your electrical devices. It's your cell phone, your iPod. We need your undivided attention while you're in here. Also, be aware of everything else that's going around you. Know where the first aid kits are. They're back by the sinks. Where the exits are. It's very important that you know where everything is in case of emergency. Also, stow your book bag up underneath the table. We don't want to create a trip hazard for people who are walking by. Also, be on time. It's not just a courtesy to your professor. Some of the most important information you're going to get about your laboratory activity usually happens at the very beginning, and that's the safety rules. You're going to be generating a lot of different types of waste in your laboratories. I want to make sure that you put it in the proper place. You may generate some chemical waste. There'll be some type of collector specifically for that, and so make sure that you're putting it in the right place. If it is something like biohazard waste, it's going to go into a biohazard bag similar to this one. This is for things like animal tissue and blood-contaminated products. It may also have sharps, razor blades, needles, scalpel blades. They're going to go in a sharps box like this. The purpose of something like this is to prevent it from poking through and injuring somebody who might be handling some type of other receptacle. And so make sure you're putting those kinds of things in here. You don't put things like test tubes and toothpicks and gum wrappers and things like that in this. There's also a glass box. This is for the purpose of broken glass and things like used slides. Again, this is something that prevents the janitorial staff from getting injured. If you were to throw those kinds of things into the regular garbage, that would poke through and injure them. So this is for the purpose of that. Notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say soda bottles, newspaper, gloves, and gum wrappers, right? But this is specific for glass, and only put that type of product in. Don't put anything in the garbage or down the drain unless you're absolutely sure it can go there. In case of an emergency, you may get the fire alarm going off, and that means to evacuate the building. And in doing so, make sure that you take your keys and your belongings. We do not have fire drills without them being carefully planned and lots of notification going out. And if you hear the sirens outdoors, those sirens are telling you to shelter inside of a building. So go into the building and seek shelter. I want to encourage you all to have a safe and productive laboratory experience.